Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pandemonium Theater Group's performance of Seconds from Suicide, It Gets Better. Please, at this time, turn off your cell phones. Please refrain from texting, taking pictures, or using any type of recording devices or talking during tonight's performance. Thank you so much for joining us, and please sit back, relax, and enjoy Pandemonium Theater Group's performance of Seconds from Suicide, It Gets Better.
Cause of death in the United States. Homicide is 15.
A recent nationwide survey of youth grades 9 through 12 found that 16% of students reported seriously considering suicide, 11% reported creating a plan, and 7% reported trying to take their own life. Suicide, a permanent solution to a temporary problem that affects families, father, mother, friends, community, who any and all may feel shock, anger, grief,
Depression long after son,
daughter, friend, lover, victim has died.
An average of one person dies every 16.2 minutes from suicide.
Girls are far more likely than boys to attempt suicide.
boys are 84% more likely than girls to take their own lives.
Each year, approximately 149,000 youth between the ages of 10 and 24 receive medical care for self-inflicted injuries.
It's estimated that there are at least 4.5 million survivors of suicide in this country. 4.5 million. Someone you know.
Permanent solution to a temporary problem. Me? Suicide. A permanent solution to a temporary problem.
I knew I was gay a while back. Before I knew there was a name for it, before I knew it was considered wrong or bad. I was different. And it was everyone around me that made me fear that difference. You see, I was the one that was going to die. I was the one I was supposed to kill. I don't think I ever really wanted to die. I just wanted to stop. The thoughts, the pain, the fear, the loneliness, the peace, and the nothingness seemed so welcoming. I wanted to shout, just let me die. Please. It was in the heat of the moment. I didn't want to kill him. I didn't want to kill anyone but me. I know an apology won't bring back a life. I'm sorry, Luke. I didn't want to kill you, I just wanted you to stop. Perhaps you could say that I did the world a favor. I mean, if he was so mad at me in high school, hated me that much, who knows what he could have grown into? He threw the N-word around a lot, but not as much as the F-word. The other F-word. He was filled with so much hate. For others, sure, but he hated me. Luke could probably tell that I wasn't straight. But why did he have to make such a big deal about it? I don't even understand my own sexuality. But Mr. Rollins said, that's for me to figure out on my own time.
I know you want me to say that I'm sorry, but I'm not. I'm sick of apologizing for having an opinion. I'm sick of apologizing because some sensitive moron can't take a joke. I beat him up. Yeah. I hit his faggoty little nose until it gushed blood, but I didn't kill him. I was helping him toughen up. A good man needs to know how to take a beating and then get back up and keep walking. So in a way you could say I was Richie's mentor. I mean, I've heard about those guys who beat up gays so bad that they die. I didn't take Richie's life. He took mine. I was trying to make him stronger. Shit, I made him stronger. Look at him before. He was some shaky little boy. He needed a bully. He needed me because what he's going to face out there in the real world, that's way worse than anything I could ever dream of throwing at him. I didn't need fags. I just hated that he wanted something special to be what he was. So I gave him a shove every now and then. Lost a couple words his way. Is all that worth my life? Like I said, I made him stronger. I made him a man. I was there for him in a way that nobody was there for me. I cared. I helped him. Fuck that faggot.
The missing body of local high school student Luke Johnson was found early this morning in a wooded area near the Plainfield Community Cemetery. Police believe that he had most likely been dug up by coyotes, which have been regularly spotted in the area. The 16-year-old was last seen 2 weeks ago leaving a classmate's house after finishing a school project. All area citizens are urged to come forward with any information on the case. The Johnson family has posted a cash reward for any leads. High school principal Phyllis Brown was nearly speechless at the news.
The Plainfield community is very troubled by the news. Teachers, school board members, and students are working to cooperate with the news. Luke was into city kids. We hope his family gets the justice they deserve.
Principal Brown, do you have any idea why anyone would do this?
No.
This suspected homicide is the first considerable act of violence in our community in decades. What is the school board doing to ensure student safety?
Student safety is our top priority. It is unacceptable that this happens in our community, and I will not rest until I hear there's justice for my students.
This is such a heinous crime in such a peaceful town. We all have to wonder what could possibly motivate a person to take the life of a young boy. And more perplexing of a question is, who would commit such an ugly act?
In response to a number of students taking their own lives after being bullied in school, Syndicated columnists and author Dan Savage and his partner Terry Miller created Division Video. They wanted to create a personal way with supporters everywhere to inspire hope for young people facing harassment. The It Gets Better project has become a worldwide movement, inspiring more than 40,000 user-created video solutions from celebrities, organizations, activists, media personalities, and politicians, including President Barack Obama, all to tell LGBT youth that yes, it does indeed get better. We will share with you, retell, localize some of those video traditions, their words, their fears, their passion, and their support. Dan Savage and Terry Miller, video created September 21st, 2010. High school is bad.
No openly gay people at my school.
I was obviously gay. My school was miserable. If you look that way, talk that way, walk that way, act that way, are that way, there's nothing we can do to help your son.
What I'd love you to take away from it. However bad it is now, it gets better. And it can get great. Your life can be amazing, but you just have to tough this period out and live your life so you can be around for it again.
Those moments make it worth sticking out for bullying and not paying to be fair in high school.
You will have moments like that, and so many more ahead of you.
If my adult self could talk to my 14-year-old self and tell him anything, to help him really believe in there somewhere in my fight for, there really is a place for us. There really is a place for you. And one day you will have friends that will love and support you. You will find love, you will find a community that at least gets better. But the biggest don't win. And the people who are picking on you then are irrelevant. I would say this, living well is the best revenge.
And if you can live through high school, which you can totally live through high school, you're going to have a great life.
And it will be the envy of all those people who pick on you.
Just stick it out.
It's painful now, but it's going to get so much better. In September 2010, in that 1 month, 6, which we know of, LGBT youth took their own lives. Tyler, Asher, Seth, Billy, Raymond, Cody. Each gave up their fight, each died at their own hand in 1 month. October 1st, 2010, Raymond Chase, 19, was outgoing, popular, and openly gay.
His Facebook proudly stated, "I like to have fun, I like to laugh, and I am gay."
The popular John Real Solomon took his own life. Ray, as his friends called him, was just that ray of sunshine who wrote notes to his loved ones, filled with praise and deep affection for them, but no explanation for his actions. Ray's death.
He hung himself in his dorm room. According to the Providence, Rhode Island police, there is no indication that Ray suffered at the hands of anything but his own deeds.
Raymond Chase, 19, dead.
Richie! Richie, you're gonna be late for school!
If he wants a ride from me, he better be down here in 2 minutes. I can't be late for school today.
Come on now, you are late for school every day.
Yeah, I bet I gotta get there before Sarah does. She is this really cute girl that I've been wanting to ask out for months, and well, today is the day.
Well, if your brother is late, I'll take him to school. Got that solar system project to carry after all.
Sorry I'm late. Pluto fell out. I had to glue it back in place.
Pluto is not a planet. It hasn't been for a few years now.
Should have known that the magic school bus map was outdated.
It's too late, dude. Fix it at school. If you wanna go with me, let's hit it.
Oh, Richie, here, take some toast.
Oh, now you got an asteroid.
Oh, that's super
Oh, and hey, you forgot your gym clothes.
I was hoping you'd forget about that. I don't want to go to gym today.
Oh, come on. Don't be such a homo.
Peter Anderson, do not use that word.
Sorry, Mom.
Don't be such a pussy.
You're pushing it, Peter.
Richie's afraid some kid at school's gonna beat him up.
It's not a big deal.
This guy, Luke Johnson, he's kind of the school bully. Well, mostly towards Mr. Sissy Boy over here. I'll be in the car. I don't know what he's afraid of. The guy's a tool. I could take him in a heartbeat.
Brother's getting big food?
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it though. Like I said, the guy is all talk.
No, well, most bullies are.
Yep,
think she just has to learn how to roll with the punches, because we can't all be as cool and smooth with the ladies as I am.
Okay, sweetie. You can be cool and smooth with the ladies after you've had your first date.
Bully, stop teasing me.
Go to school, Peter.
On October 21st, 2010, the White House uploaded President Barack Obama's video message of hope and support for the It Gets Better campaign. We have to dispel this myth that bullying is a normal rite of passage, some inevitable rite of growing up. This is not. I don't know what it's like to kick off with your day, but I do know it's like to grow up sometimes, feel like you don't belong. It's tough.
And for a lot of kids, the feeling of being alone or apart, I know it can just wear on you. And when you're teased or bullied, you feel like somehow you've brought it on yourself for being different and not fitting in with everybody else. What I want to say to you is this: you are not alone. You didn't do anything wrong, and you didn't do anything to deserve being bullied. There's a whole world waiting for you, filled with endless possibilities. And there are people that love you and care about you, just for where you are. And more than that, this time you're going to see your differences are a source of pride and a source of strength.
As a nation, we are founded on the belief that all of us are equal, and each of us deserve the freedom to pursue our own version of happiness, to make the most of our talents, keep our minds, to not fit in, most of all, to be true to ourselves. That's the freedom that enriches all of us. That's what America is all about. And every day, it gets better. At 14 years old, Jamie Rodemeyer took his own life after years of bullying because of struggles with his sexuality. Tracy and Tim Rodemeyer say their son, Jamie, faced bullies for years, and that it intensified as he entered his freshman year.
The kids who are bullied have to realize that words are very powerful. What you think is fun and games isn't to some people, and you are destroying a lot of lives. This was said by Jamie's father, Tim.
Tracy, his mother said, it took him away from our family way too early. And we're just convinced that he had a purpose on this planet, and it was to touch as many people as he could.
Jamie's video detailed just how intense the bullying was. His parents say their son seemed happy in the days leading up to the tragedy, and that Jamie seemed to remain outwardly optimistic. That's all you have to do. Just love yourself and accept. And I promise, it'll get better. We wish it had for him. Jamie Rodemeyer, 14, dead.
Mr. Rollins, sir?
Well, Mr. Anderson, you're not sick or he's dead. He was in class today.
Yeah, I got held up with something. It won't happen again.
I signed the book report to you next week. Where are the slides? Have you read it?
No.
You will. Here you go. Ricky, what happened to your eye?
Oh, this, I was showering after gym and I slipped and fell. I had to go to the nurse's office. That's why I was in class.
I don't believe you. Hey, if you weren't my top student, I would call you out on that, but you're a good kid. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. But if there is a problem, I want you to feel comfortable confiding in me, okay?
Yeah.
Anyway, another student was missing from class today, none other than Mr. Johnson. Well, since you were the two only absentees today, you get to work together on a paper. Can I get an all right? Alright. Anyway, paper is on more supplies. Here is your copy. We have to work together. I know, bummer. Anyway, the assignment is typed up in...
Could it be anyone else?
Shut up!
I want to spend a long time with this guy. What if he hits on
What
it?
did you just say to him?
You heard me.
I hear you use that word one more time, and I'll have you kicked out of the place so fast you won't know what day it is.
Wednesday.
You got the right line, kid. It's gonna cause a lot of problems.
Yeah, he wasn't talking to
Hey,
me.
boys! had been in class, you could have chosen your own partner. Whatever. Luke, you seem like a guy who appreciates a good story. Have you noticed your classmate here has a black eye? Huh. Yeah. Huh. You wouldn't happen to know how he got that black eye, would you? 'Cause I heard it's a pretty funny story.
I told you.
I told you I'd rather hear it from you.
Probably knocked his little head when he was opening his mouth.
You told me you fell in the locker room. And you two had gym class together. I would remember if my classmate fell so hard he got a black eye. I mean, that's a pretty funny scenario.
I guess I missed all the action.
Okay. See you tomorrow in class, and on time. You can tell me. Who takes it?
I told you to slip on the shower.
You know, up about that picture, I was thinking a lot.
Yeah.
Wait. I've got hold on.
Maybe he's just one of those metrosexual boys. I doubt it. I've seen how he checked out Mr. Rollins. Mr. Rollins? Oh, he's old. I know. He's like 30. Gross. It's so obvious. Richie should just come out and admit he's a fag. Just admit you're 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 a fag.
Okay, I'm gay!
Fag.
Richard. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. Sorry.
Here. I'll put my arm.
What is this?
A letter from my high school director. This kid tormented me because I was different.
Different.
Gay, I wouldn't say that. I am gay. And one day he stuck this note in my locker at the end of my life. I kept it to remind myself of what I went through and got through it. If someone is pushing you around, you shouldn't hurt them.
I just don't want to make a big deal out of it.
Richie, bullying is a big deal whether you report it or not.
Yes, but if this person finds out that I ratted on him, he is going to pound me into the ground.
Well, how do you know he won't pound you to the ground anyway, just because of you? But I'm not trying to scare you, son. I want you to protect yourself. I want you to feel safe here. You come to school to learn, not to get bullied.
I just don't want to be more.
Matter.
What?
Matter is technically correct. It sounds stupid, yes, but that is the truth.
Wow, have you always been such an idiot? No wonder you had to take time in school.
Okay, see you tomorrow in class. Hey, believe me, it gets better. Yeah.
Eric James Forges, an artist, an activist, and an intern with the Trevor Project, submitted his self-created video on December 10, 2011. Hi, my name is Eric James Forges, and I'm 19. A little over a year ago, I came out as a gay man. Whether you're in middle school, high school, or college, I know how you feel. I can't go anywhere or do anything without someone saying something. I had nowhere safe to go, either at home or at school. I came out officially when I was a sophomore in college. My parents told me, among other things, that I was disgusting, perverted, unnatural, and damned to hell. I know it is hard. I know what it feels like to be abused and rejected for your biological sexual orientation. I know how it feels to live in a world with government-sanctioned homophobia, but I refuse to be treated like a second-class citizen.
The friends I lost were few, and yes, I lost my family. And not every coming out story in press is mine, however, I'm giving you this condensed history to tell you this. It gets better.
Back when I was in the closet, I never dreamed I would be able to express my sexuality or have a normal relationship. I have, and you will too. You will date, fall in love, fall out of love, have your heart broken, just like the rest of us. You will love and be loved. You have an entire life to burst with opportunities ahead of you.
Don't ever give up, and don't ever for 1 second think you are not a valuable and beautiful contribution to this world. It gets better. With love, Eric James.
Just one short month after posting his own It Gets Better video, Eric James Gorgeous took his own life. Eric James, to his friends, was an intern with the Trevor Project, and in his video he spoke frankly of being tormented throughout his adolescence and young adulthood. I was physically, mentally, emotionally, and verbally assaulted on a day-to-day basis because of my perceived sexual orientation. My name was not Eric, it was Faggot.
Eric James Gorgeous, 19, dead.
Here stands Miss Brown, one shot away from a PGA championship. And she defeats Tiger. And she takes down Nicholson. And she conquers her own expectations.
You got my email, I'm sure. Good to see you're taking action.
Yes, I read it, and I understand completely. It reveals you to be a very compassionate teacher. But the school board denied you proof of a threat to a student.
I'm telling you that one of my sweetest students came to me with a black eye after missing class, clearly having been beaten up. How much more proof do you need?
Well, we are not the police. We are public school administrators. Unless someone sees a kid punch another one, we're not getting involved.
These students come here to learn. One of our responsibilities is to eliminate any
No,
distraction from
that
them.
is not our responsibility. We provide an education. It is their choice to take it or not.
You put up dress codes eliminating revealing outfits on girls. You cut the lunch hour short so students spend more time in class, but when bowling comes up, you just turn the other way. And that's not the extent of it.
I am getting a condescending attitude from you, Mr. Rollins, and I don't care for it. I run my school damn well. We have the highest college admissions in the state, above average SAT scores, and an athletic department that rakes in a lot of
Are
money.
you hearing yourself?
Are you through with your type of questioning?
I'll be through when I get some logical answers.
Listen! I realize you have a chip on your shoulder for being teased in high school for your lifestyle.
I wasn't teased. I was bullied. And as for my lifestyle, I got it. No wonder our students are so prejudiced. Their authority figures are as ignorant as them.
Regardless, this is not an issue I wish to meddle with. Kids will be kids. You're bullied. You just said so yourself, and you turned out all right. Why should I get involved?
I bet you'll have a different response when one of your students is dead.
Unless it's disabled. Kristen Rivers. She's a lesbian, she's a high school teacher, a wife, and grateful that her suicide attempts were unsuccessful. She submitted her video on October 10th, 2010. Hi, my name is Kristen Rivers. I wanted to make this video to express to anyone who's struggling with the prejudice or discrimination against who you are to know it gets better. I'm a lesbian and a high school teacher. I had a suicide attempt in my 20s.
I know how horrible it can be. I know how awful it can feel. I've been with the same woman since 1998, and I know how demeaning it feels, even now, to have other people who don't know us decide whose relationships get to be legally breastfeed. I know how distasteful and mean-spirited things can hurt. My wife and I have 3 children. Can I see the world day? And you are coming up in with all of its faults, but please hear me. It really does get better. I am absolutely heartbroken by all of the amazing people we've lost. But I want you to know you are not alone. Every person who has made a video loves you and respects you and can't wait for you to join us out in the world of acceptance that we found and continue to create every day. Please don't give up. We really are out here. In a vote of 7-1, the Norman, Oklahoma City Council approved a resolution to make October LGBT History Month, but not before 3 hours of intense debate back and forth between members of the community that wailed so hard against LGBT inclusion that it was the underlying cause for Zach to take his own life a week later.
Zach Harrison 19 was an inspiring musician when he played in his school's band, orchestra, and was the first male captain of the color guard. It was also where Zach was taunted by his classmates for his sexual orientation. Zach Harrington, 19, dead.
Listen. Yeah, you. You don't think that I don't hear your taunts and slanders in the hallway. You think merely just because I'm walking away, I can't hear any of the crap that you're saying about me. And you. You just watched as your friend beat me to a pulp. How can you be with someone who you know is a bigot? Well, I guess that just makes you a bigot yourself. A passive-aggressive who just lets the abuse happen. You clearly do not care enough to do anything about it. Doesn't anyone understand how hard this is? I didn't choose to be different. I wish that I could feel the same excitement around girls that I do around boys. But I don't.
I bet he's gonna go listen to Lady Gaga now. He's one of the little monsters. Great. Your mother's gonna disown you when she finds out. Such a weird little queer. Did you wear a mask when you looked in the mirror? Because I would kill myself trying to look at that mug every morning. Fag, queer, outcast. He'll probably get AIDS and die a lonely, sick old man. I heard he can have a softener turning to his class wrestling. What a pervert. The Bible says that God hates homosexuality, and if it's blasphemous to God, then it's blasphemous to me. We should do God a favor and kill them all. Why doesn't Richie just put a gun to his head already? God hates fags, and so do I. Asher Brown, 13, an 8th grader at Hamilton Middle School, shot himself in the head after being bullied to death. Asher was picked on for being small, for his religious beliefs, for the way he dressed, and for being gay.
Asher's mother, Amy, and stepfather, David, stated that they notified the administration of the school about their son being taunted, but no action was taken. Asher, who had taken his life with his father's 9mm razor, did not leave the door. His body was found by his father, David.
My son put a gun to his head because he couldn't take what he was hearing and the constant teasing. Amy, his mother said, they called him different names for being homosexual. And he just had enough. Asher Brown, 13, dead.
Fort Worth City Councilman Joel Burns reached out to LGBT teens with a personal message of hope. At the City Council meeting on October 12, 2010, Joel Burns shared his story. There is a conversation for adults in this room to have, and we will have it. That the bullying and harassment in our schools must stop, and our schools must be a safe place to learn and to grow. It is never acceptable for us to be the cause of any child to feel unloved or worthless. But tonight, I want to talk to the 12, 13, 14, 15,
15, 16, and 17-year-olds. I know that life can seem unbearable. I know that the people in your household or in your schooling not understand you, and they may think it is hard. But I want you to know it gets better.
When I was in the 9th grade, I was reported after school by some older people who left me. He called me a faggot and said I should die and go to hell where I belong. Shamed, humiliated, and confused, I went home. There must be something very wrong with me, I thought. Something I could not share with my family or anyone else for that matter. I've never told this story to anyone before tonight, but the numerous suicides in recent days have upset me so much and have just torn at my heart. This story is for the young people who might be holding that gun tonight, or the rope, or the pill bottle.
You need to know that the story doesn't end where I didn't tell it on that unfortunate afternoon. There is so much more. High school was difficult. Coming out was painful. But my life has been so much better.
And I want to tell any teen who might see this, give yourself a chance to see just how much better life will get. And it will get better.
I mean, it was an awesome practice, Mom. I zigged and I zagged. No one could touch me.
Oh, Richie, just in time for dinner. What is on your face?
I like these glasses they had in class. I think Elton John is missing a pair now, no?
Well, just take them off before dinner. I want to look at my two beautiful boys in the eyes when I eat with them.
Yeah.
Okay, Richie, let's see those baby blues. Boy, are you on drugs? Is he on drugs? Is it marijuana? Cocaine? Oh, my God. It's meth.
No.
You're using meth.
No. I'm not on drugs. Believe him. He doesn't have any friends cool enough to have drugs.
Oh my God, you got in a fight. What have I taught you?
I didn't get into a fight. It's silly, really. I was, carrying some books for this girl I really like, and when I got to the stairs, I tripped and fell. Yeah, I was there when it happened. It was actually pretty funny. I didn't have a voice.
Oh, well. Just be more careful. Eat your peas. I'm going to get something to put on that eye.
Falling down the steps while you're carrying books for some girl. You could have come up with a much better excuse than that. I couldn't think of anything. So, who'd you get in a fight with? I didn't get into a fight. Come on, you're talking to your older bro. Don't think I never got into a fight, or even I'm not like. You must have pissed someone. Did you steal someone's girl? Make sure you have no interest in anyone's girl. You think that makes you try for such a bad. Fuck you! Okay. Geez, Rich, I was just teasing you. When have you gotten so defensive? Since I started standing up for myself! Well, I see why you got punched in the face. You're a jerk! You have no idea what you're talking about! Listen, if you're becoming some emo, wannabe ultimate fighter, what? Luke attacked me! What? Today, Jimmy made another asinine joke about me stealing pizza in his package. I was fed up, so I pushed back. He then continued to beat me relentlessly, with the whole class watching. Everyone saw what was going on. No one told the teachers what was going on. Why did this guy hate me so much? Because he thinks I'm gay. So, he thinks that you're gay. That's no reason. too late. Everyone, good night. Gotta get going.
I'm gay, Pete.
I heard you.
I needed to tell someone. And I thought that out of all the people I could tell, it would be you. You would be the one that out of everyone, that I would want to tell first.
Okay. What do you want me to say?
Nothing. Just do nothing and say nothing. That's been your older brother role so far, right? And it's worked out really well, right?
Dr. Cleco, best known for his television and film careers, has come out as gay. In light of Jamie's death, it has become clear to me in an instant that living a gay life without publicly acknowledging it is simply not enough to make a significant contribution to the immense work that lies ahead on the road to complete equality. He submitted his video on October 6, 2002. There are countless other teens and young adults who are struggling to find their identity and a sense of belonging in a chaotic and often unforgiving world. And to you I say, it gets better. There is help to be found. There are places to turn. There are people who will listen. The TrevorProject.org, 1-866-40-TREVOR is the place to start. Start there. Start anywhere, but start by believing that life is worth living, and you will find your way. I am proud to be a voice that stands to remind you that any time you ever come close to forgetting it.
He was a teenager who didn't quite fit in. He was a teenager that everyone saw as different. He was a teenager in school. He was a teenager. Another teenager who took his own life. Billy Lucas was a 15-year-old whose mother found him dead. He had hung himself in the family's home. People called him sad and stuff like that. It was common knowledge that children were always very racist and saying this. It was reported by then as being sick. They said stuff like, "You're like a piece of crap, and you don't deserve to live." It was stated that some students said on the day of his own life that you should kill yourself. He did just that. Billy Lucas said,
Gonna be late to gym, Luke.
Maybe like to class, Pete.
You know my brother Richie.
Sure do.
He came to dinner with a black eye. You don't happen to know how he got that, do you?
I don't know anything about that.
You put your hands on my brother again, you're gonna be choking on your own dick. Do you understand me?
That's a pretty big threat.
So what if he's gay? Where the hell do you get off picking on a good guy like that?
Really great. I was just giving him a hard time, but he really is a
Watch your mouth, Pete! What are you doing here?
big brother here. He's fighting your battles for you.
Dude, I don't think you understand what I just said to you.
Yeah, I'm real intimidated. And just because your brother is gay doesn't mean he can't fight his own battles. Thanks for telling me, by the way.
Yeah, we Luke was such a pussy. Yeah, I know, I put a bigger fight than that. And you're gay! Sorry, too soon?
Gary Nelson is a retired school counselor
writer, and blogger who posted this blog as part of the It Gets Better campaign on May 7, 2012. Dear friend, let me start by telling you that I love you. No, I don't know you at all. I might pass you in the mall or come up with you driving down the road, but chances are you live far away from me, in another state, or even another country. I love you just the same. Even though we are distant, we're not so different, you and I. I've even had fleeting moments when I wanted to commit suicide myself. I suspect that's something everyone thinks about at one time or another. There are no secrets. I know that pain can become so heavy to carry around that you might just think killing yourself is the only respite from how bad you feel. But don't do it. Here is why. You are changing. Perhaps there's something about yourself that you are ashamed of. Maybe you're gay or lesbian, or feel you've been born in the wrong body. You might just feel weird. Don't make excuses for yourself. Doing so only minimizes who you are now and who you will become someday. Get used to the person growing inside of you. Hang on. There are people you may not even know yet who are waiting for you with open arms, and they will love you unconditionally. Trust me, your life will get better, and you will learn how to love again.
11-year-old Sean Walsh paid a poignant tribute to the brother just 2 years old. Sean joked that his brother, Seth, could be a pain in the butt at times, but Seth was the best big brother in the world. No, the big galaxy. I just wish people could be nice to him like my mom taught me. On September 19, Randy, Seth's brother, found him unconscious. He had tried to hang himself in a tree in their backyard after an apparently brutal bullying incident. Seth clung to life. Wendy and Sean clung to hope as Seth held on for 9 days before dying. His mother spoke of you delivered by a pastor, Ron Larson. Seth was a blessing to us and all who knew him, a lesson on how to treat one another. Pastor Barker, referring to the 600 people who came to the church for the service, referring to many who were not able to get inside at all. Seth's best friends even the building could not sustain. Seth Walsh, 13, dead. Make it quick, Rollins. I've got a mother coming in here, and I need to get her out quick to make it to my golf lesson.
Look, I understand that you're not all that concerned about your students here, but I don't expect you to console this poor kid like I did, but at least show some interest in his well-being. What the hell is that?
Teacher-student relationships are strictly forbidden.
How dare you accuse me of... You don't seem to care if this kid gets the shit beat out of him by another student, but you're willing to call the fire squad on me for offering some compassion.
Oh, is that what you people call that?
You people, what was that? You mean gay people, right? I can't believe this.
Oh, I can't believe I have an irate teacher in my office sticking his nose where it doesn't belong.
Where it doesn't belong. I am the student teacher.
Oh,
It is my legal obligation.
But I swear, if you scare off this mother, who I am sure is much more calm and level-headed than you are, I will... Oh, here.
Which one of you assholes is in charge of running this shitty ass? Well, my son came home with a black eye. He said he got it from some kid here at school.
Yeah.
What the hell kind of school is this? And who are you?
That's the Rollins, ma'am. I have Richie in my English class.
Ah, the infamous Mr. Rollins. I understand that this bully is in your class as well.
Yes, he is.
Why didn't you do something? You should have had the bully expelled.
Mom, this is why I didn't tell you.
Shut up, Richie.
I told my superior.
Please. Listen, ma'am, we cannot expel a student based on a rumor or hunch.
Rumor? Punch? Look at my son's eye.
Mom, it doesn't matter if you expel him. He'll just beat me up somewhere else. The movies, the store. I can't avoid him.
Mrs. Anderson and I may intercede.
Please, dude. You should have called the school board.
You may go now, Mr. Rollins. I can handle this. Miss Anderson, let me remind you that there is no proof that your son was harmed on school grounds, and it is not in the best interest of the school board to meddle in the interpersonal relationships of our students.
not the police. Neither are we their parents. Unless a student is a direct threat or distraction in the classroom, let them leave.
Do you have any idea how many students are shot in schools these days? Yesterday it was a fist. Tomorrow it could be a gun.
Hey, if you have any tangible evidence that your son was harmed on school property, get back to me. Until then, I am not getting involved in some issue that is of no one's concern but... Ugh.
Charles Terrell Cooley, syndicated radio host, stand-up comedian, and dog walker, Charles Cooley, wrote his youth bullying on April 12, 2012. Bullying. It never gets better, we do. I'm glad I was bullied. Now, I didn't enjoy it at the time. I was terrified, of course. I cried at night and spent days in actual terror. I was young, blonde, white, and wearing dolphin shorts, leg warmers, and a lovely chiffon dance top and leotard to a predominantly minority inner city. Being gay was third on the boys' list of things to target in school. I was white first, not many kids were at my school, then really poor, then gay. A three-way bullying extravaganza, and lots to be ashamed of at my school.
So why am I happy about it? Because I'm me. You see, I like being me. It's been a blessed life. I have the best friends in the world. I have the best husband anyone could ever marry, even though we couldn't really do so really July. The fact is, I'm pretty sad, and I hope you think you are too. And how did I get this way? As a total product of my experiences in life, and that includes bullying. Bullies are never going away, except that each and every day that you may encounter bullies sometime. I know what to do when you do. Did it get better? No. I did. And so can you without anyone changing. Don't wait for the bullying to end. Prepare yourself and your kids to recognize it, deal with it, and then move on and away from it. Bullies can exist, but let's put them on notice. In the new America,
In the next generation.
you're like the Wicked Witch of the West to Glinda.
Be gone. You have no power here.
The body of 18-year-old Tyler Clementi was recovered by authorities. Tyler posted a suicide note on his Facebook page, jumping off the GW Bridge. Sorry.
The body of a young man with red hair wearing a fluorescent orange watch surfaced from the Hudson River. The Clementi fears were all but confirmed until the following day when the medical examiner confirmed that this body,
Friend,
Robert, was actually Tyler Clementi.
he apparently committed suicide after being tormented by his college roommate.
Who was convicted of filming him having a sexual encounter with another man and broadcasting the clips.
Tyler Clementi, dead at 18.
Mr. Rollins?
It's okay. It's okay. How can I help you?
I was wondering if I could talk to you for a few moments. You seem to know a lot more about what's going on with my Richie than that principal.
Sure. Absolutely, Mrs. Anderson. Please, have a seat. Tell me how I can help.
Is Richie gay?
I think that's something you need to research.
I don't need for you to betray his trust or anything, or... I just need to know how to help my son. How to let him know that he doesn't deserve to get beat up, but he's my son and I love him. I know my son, Mr. Rollins, and I've loved my son just as he is. How would you like to help?
Just like that. Look, there are no magic words here to make this easier for either of you. You both just have to do your best. If he were my son, entire lives to find that clarity. We have to give Richie a much bigger head start than that. He has been many times.
So, you're gay?
Yes, I am gay. I suspected I was gay in my youth. I didn't get the courage to come out to myself until college. And I finally told my parents and my wife much later.
You were married?
Yes, I was married to an amazing woman who was my best friend before and after I met.
Well, how did you take it? How did your parents?
I told my wife, and the angel that she is, she seemed surprised. Surprised I was gay, surprised I was taking so long to tell her, and yet she worried about my love, my happiness, and even feared for me. She even offered to stay married and openly see other people. I politely passed, reminding her of her right to love and to be happy, and our bond strengthened. And after a few years of stunned silence from my parents, that relationship ended as well.
Well, how are things now? I mean, with your life, happiness. I don't mean to cry. I'm just concerned.
Okay, I don't mind answering any of your questions. I am fine. I'm better than fine. I am happy. You see, for me, the closest bond I formed that was coming out was with God. I don't know how you see or feel about religion, but all the evangelicals are sitting in rage over that comment, I'm sure, but I don't care. No one can break that bond with condemned words. No one can shake it with anti-gay rallies or God's status signs. No man-written song can define the purpose or existence of Almighty Jesus. Even if you doubt him or his influence on your life, and Lord knows I have. He's still there. Laughing with you, laughing at you, steadying you to rise from a fall, just watching you grow. And it's how our lives become. Christians, Jews, atheists, Muslims, they'll all read something different into that. And that's okay. Because as a gay man, as a happy gay man, I know what it means to do. I just hope that Richie understands that before it's too late.
Richie, I'm so scared for you. I'm scared that you don't know what a great kid you are. Great man you're going to grow into. I know that you're just figuring out that you're gay. I just hope that you know that those who love you will always.
Listen, Reggie, I'm not expecting you to run around with a rainbow flag and announce to the world that you're out and proud. And I'm also not going to tell you to wait until you're as old as I was when I came out. How old were you? 31. Wow. Took you that long to
Well,
since I was a teenager, I knew. I just didn't know what it was. And my classmates expected it.
So what did you do?
I don't know, I just thought I would ignore it and pretend I was normal. That's how you want to feel, right? Normal?
Yeah.
Hey, Richie, you are normal. When I came out, it wasn't about coming out to my wife, to my friends. It was about coming out to myself. It was about identifying myself as a gay man. 2 years ago, I stood in my bathroom telling that image in the mirror that I would finally start to live as open and free as the good Lord intended me to live. I stood there and said, I am gay now. So by the time I got to my wife, I was happy and home.
So your wife was okay with it?
I'm sure you'd say that, but she was my best friend and took it better than anyone I know. We divorced and still keep in contact often, but I've been single ever since. Yet that weight of personal deceit has been lifted off my shoulders.
You've been single ever since. That sucks.
Sometimes, sure, but I like who I am, so I don't mind being lonely.
Have you dated since
Yeah,
then? But no relationship.
No. The point is, after all those years of hiding, I was finally free. And if you ever need to tell everyone I knew, but I knew you. And I was living as I had always desired. You ever had a crush on someone?
Yeah.
Well, you know that rush of excitement you get when you're around that person, the anticipation of spending your alone time with them, is a little rush, is it an otherwise crappy day, and you get to share that person and forgave you. Those moments that are considered romantic milestones of heterosexual adolescence are humanized as simple acts. I just don't want you to think that what you're feeling is simple because it's not.
Then why do I feel so bad for having these feelings?
Because that's what you've been taught. God created you. It's the beautiful boy you are. He doesn't want you to be miserable. He wants you to be you. And
Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me.
my bones, but words will never hurt me.
Words hurt.
Words matter.
Where's wound?
Words.
Words.
Words matter.
Bitch.
Thick, queer, nigger, whore.
Punky. Freak.
Slut.
Slant-eye.
Wetback.
Faggot.
Faggot. Words matter.
Words hurt.
Where's wound?
Words matter.
Suicide.
A permanent solution to a temporary problem.
A permanent solution to a temporary problem.
It gets better. Suicide takes the lives of nearly 30,000 Americans
Twice as
every
many die
year.
of their own
Suicide
hands
is
than
the 11th
HIV.
leading cause of death in the U.S. Homicide is 15.
Dead.
We have to dispel this myth that bullying is a normal rite of passage.
Considering suicide, 11% reported creating.
Sex, loss, liberty, and death.
Girls are far more likely than boys to commit suicide.
More likely than girls.
Each year, approximately 149,000 teens between the ages of 10 and 24 receive mental cancer
That's
surgery.
irritant, not just dead.
The TrevorProject.org, 1-866-4-U-TREVOR.
Living well is the best
Please
revenge.
don't give up. You really are.
You didn't do anything to
Like a
deserve
piece
it.
of crap and you don't
J.D.
deserve to
Rodemeyer,
live.
14.
Don't ever give up and don't ever for one
Raymond
second
Chase,
think
you
you're
are
on
not
1,000
being
goals.
dead.
Or more.
Just admit you're bad.
You're the police.
But please hear me, it really does
It
get
was
better.
a war of
I know people
words.
in your household or your school may not
And they may
understand you.
physically harm you.
He should just do us all a favor and kill himself.
TheTrevorProject.org, 1-866-488-7386.
This story is for the young people who might be holding that gun tonight, or the rope, or the pill bottle.
It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be lesbian. It's okay to be transgender. It's okay to be you. It gets better. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be lesbian. It's okay to be transgender. It's okay to be you. It gets better. It's okay to be gay. It's okay to be lesbian. It's okay to be transgender. It's okay to be you. It gets better. It gets better. It gets better.
That's all you have to do. Just love yourself and your set. And I promise you, it will get better.
It gets better.
you can go